You know what's this? These are the carburetors. Next thing, we want to check the state of the O-rings and the rubber pieces from this carburetor, also the jets. Basically, we'll open it, inspect it, and most probably being a 78 motorcycle, I guess we'll need a carburetor kit. So, but yeah, we'll open, check, and then change anything that it's needed to be changed. Wow, that was sticky. That was super sticky. I've never seen a valve like this. I don't know, looks like it doesn't have a rubber. I don't know. The heck is it working then? The valve seat. And then this is really rubbish. We are done with checking the bottom side. I know the needles look almost new, but this gasket and A-fuel ratio adjuster O-ring doesn't look too good. For sure we're gonna order new carburetor kit. But just for fun, we will also open the top of the carburetor just to check what's inside there. Besides this gasket, which is completely destroyed and sticked to this cap, I don't see too much things to be changed here. This rubber looks really nice. So yeah, most probably with the new kit we will have this gasket as well to be changed. But other than that, I wouldn't insist too much on the top side. So we start doing the carburetor job by taking apart the top covers. This would be the first step because we want to reach the throttle shaft that goes from a body to another. And yeah, also the idle adjuster screw we need to get out of the way. Take your time, make pictures, but anyways, having a service manual will actually be better. If the cap doesn't want to get removed easily, you may take a plastic, like the back of the screwdriver, the handle of the screwdriver is just fine in this case. Just hit it slightly. Okay, now we'll take one by one these bolts that hold the shaft. Now you can see that the needle jet moves freely from the shaft. Last bolt holding the throttle shaft together is removed. Now we can take off this rubber from here. It basically separates the interior of the carburetor. I need to say that they look really good, so we're actually lucky because they weren't included in the carburetor rebuild kit. So put it back here. Normally we should be able to push this, but of course we need to take the cover from here as well. Actually, don't forget to open this one, and we might need our impact driver for this one. Yes, brilliant. You need to push it a little bit upwards because it has this pin which gets inside there. Yes, perfect. There you go. Okay, now we can take one by one the needle jets, main jets, and store them near their cap. Right, let's continue with the choke. Choke. I'm impressed that the screws are not tight, so that's really nice. Whomever worked on this motorcycle before, thank you. We really appreciate this kind of behavior. If we open this guy, we should be able to pull out the choke assembly thing. Yeah. Chokey. We can focus on these big Phillips heads, which basically are the last piece of our puzzle to have these carburetors separated. This can come off now. We'll clean everything really good. Don't worry. No, it looks quite dirty now. Now we can start separating these guys, and basically the reason why we do this are these. It's not even an O-ring. Shit. It doesn't have an O-ring, so It's like a T, so we either try to find the new ones, and from my experience, from what I've seen on YouTube, there is no chance of getting new fittings like this. So, but I don't like that they are quite... I don't think this is gonna work for many years now. Okay, taking out the choke, I just saw that there's an O-ring which didn't came with our carburetor rebuild kit. I have to admit that it has actually lack of O-rings, and these are kind of hard and destroyed, so we need to change them somehow, one way or another. It's interesting that it has mixture screw on the air side, and then there's this one which is on the engine side. So I just noted that this was one and a half, 2 turns out. So that's a regular setting for mixing, for air mixing screws. It's actually very interesting that these two carburetors don't have this mixture screw, so it's quite interesting. But they do have the ones from the bottom. Okay, so this one was already taken apart because I just wanted to check what we need inside. So basically, here's your very old gasket, then the float, which looks in a good shape. Then you've got your main jet here. It's an 80, as I can see. Then there's this O-ring here that we miss from our carburetor kit. There's your valve needle for stopping the gasoline entering your carburetor, and then this is its seat, basically. This is a needle seat, which has this interesting gasket. And then there's your small jets, 150, and this one is a 15. And that's all. These are all the components from the carburetor. We're just gonna take them all apart now and then clean them really good with gasoline and blow them with some compressed air, so we clean them really, really good. Finally, the last screw from this carburetor is the fuel air mixture screw. So let's see how many turns this had opened. So half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 2.5. So now that we have all our carburetor cleaned and shiny, we can start putting these all back together. After we've closed all the carburetors on the bottom side, and also we've put back the choke and also the air fuel mixture screws and all that thing, we can put them back together by putting this thing here, which is the spring holder for the throttle. And then we can also take this thing and put it here, and because it enters pretty hard there, we are 100% sure that this thing holds the gasoline inside there, so it's really good. Okay, now we can take the other one and simply press it here, just like that. Make sure that pin gets inside there as well. Okay, now the thing is that this little thing here, it's actually not in the same condition as this one. And you can actually see it yourself. So these two rubber things are way consumed on this side, so they're way lower in diameter compared to the right side. So the right side is holding the air and the tongue there, but this side not. So we'll simply take some Teflon or PTFE. We'll put just a thin layer over here. so that we make sure that gasoline won't get spilled after we put everything back together. And if this won't hold, then we need to find another solution. Unfortunately, this part here, this part is not orderable anymore, so we need to make it locally if this will not hold. But I'm pretty sure it will work just fine. Same thing on the other side. I can already feel that it gets in as it should. Just to be ultra safe, we're gonna put a very thin layer of this seal. When I say very thin, literally very thin. Yep, don't overreact. Excellent. If you do this, make sure you don't put gasoline in your carburetors for the next 24 hours. There you go. And I should check the manual to see its position, so we let it in that position. Okay, what is the next one? Right, check this. The fourth one. Okay, good. Now we'll put these rubber seals for the accelerator shaft by just pressing them in. Don't put the ones from the far left or far right, because that's where you're gonna put the shaft back, so just the ones from the middle. We can now put back this bracket holding all the carbs together, and don't forget to put this throttle cable butterfly back. And as you can see, this is the direction of the bolt. It will hold the shaft through this, so it's gonna be like something like this. And you need to put it somehow together, because otherwise you cannot insert it. If you put the bracket, you won't be able to put this back because of the choke assembly. So let's just put it here. Okay, put back the Phillips head screws that hold this bracket. Time for our throttle shaft. We'll just put a little bit of grease on it, because we want an easy life putting it back together through all those rubbers, protecting against dust. But of course, don't overreact, because we don't want Vaseline in our carburetors. Considering that here is our blocker groove, and that here is our weird positioning bolt, which will come here, this will be the way from here to there. Of course, you'll need to align this thing inside here as well. Okay. Okay, now put this in position. You should somehow already match the holes for the bolts. Somehow. This now. Okay, this one. Okay. So it's pretty easy to rotate this one, I think it's no problem. Match those holes. Okay, almost there. Almost there. One. Now, our holes are quite aligned, so the place where the bolt will get in through here matches with the angle from the shaft somehow. Okay, let's see if it goes easy inside. We should not have too much resistance. And yes, that is exactly the case. And of course, never overreact with this kind of bolts. Yeah, there you go. That's it. We can put these end seals. We can also put the bolt holding our throttle device. Yep. And we can see that they're all beautifully working together. Of course, now we have to put the spring, the tension in spring from here to here. And then we can actually continue with the choke. We need to do kind of the same procedure for the choke lever as well as we did for the throttle one. Don't forget to put this little guy here. Okay, it's like a blocker. There's your bolt holding it in place. Okay, there you go. Now we have that throttle filling. We will continue with the covers. Last piece of the puzzle, it's our choke lever. We'll clean it nice, piece by piece, and then put it back together. See these things right here? Yeah, these pieces is to get on that choke thing, and then the choke lever needs to get through these holes, obviously. Okay, the lever must go through here and through that piece. Yep, I can see the magnet, it's quite a nice solution. Okay, and we need to do this for each and every choke. There is the magnet to put it in position. And you just wiggle it. Whoop, perfect. Next one. Here's the magnet. Put it there. And just come with the choke lever. Oh, that should be it. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now we can come with these small Philip heads that will actually connect our lever with these tiny little bits that move our chokes. Nice. That's some smooth chokey. Don't forget to put back the screw holding the bracket here. Right, let's put the idling screw. I usually tend to preset it to, from when it touched the throttle lever, 2 turns. Surprisingly, right? You can check that by looking here. So, and this touches the throttle lever, which is happening now. Another 2 turns, and that will be half 1, half 2. We'll actually adjust this after we run the bike and gets heated, because that's the correct way of doing it. Last piece. This guy from here, which to be honest I have no idea what's for, but we'll check the service manual of the bike and we'll for sure find out, because it doesn't push anything behind. Okay, so finally our carburetors are in one piece, and this is great news. Looks really good, I love it. Every bit shines, and yeah, hopefully. The only thing that I'm nervous about, it's this middle connection here for the gasoline feeding line. I'm really grateful that it looks like it was before taking it apart, so all the pieces are back together, but it definitely looks shinier and better and cleaner. And these carburetors will make that motorcycle run really smooth. So I think it's done for this episode. Thank you very much for watching and staying with us. And if you liked how we explained the Suzuki GS550 carburetors rebuild procedure, make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe like this video, share it with your friends, and if you have any questions or you need any more details, feel free to use that comment section. Until next one, peace!